Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets. This could technically be a Throwback Thursday, but it's not because it's vintage beer. Lambic, I often do not call it Throwback Thursday, although it's been years since I had this beer the last time. And I think the last time I had it, it was with Styrian Goldings hops. But we're drinking some Cantillon, and this is a bottle I got from Beerdome. So thanks a ton to Beerdome for the beer. I've got a lot of Lambic in my cellar. My missus and Wild Ales and my missus and I both love these kind of beers. So they're awesome to share. We got some amazing summer weather. I've got a spatchcock chicken on the grill right now, and I thought I'd shoot a quick review whilst the girls and my missus are hanging out outside playing. And I'll have this as my cooking beer. So we're trying Cuvée Saint-Gilloise by Cantillon, also formerly known as Cuvée des Champions, which is an homage to a local football club. And you can see that Union, oh, it's hard to read, on the label. I really love the new label scheme for this beer. It's like the new Cantillon labels are so freaking pretty. They're amazing. So this is a beer I reviewed back in the day. I don't know. I gave it a 90. These days, I think this is a beer that's going to be, I'm almost sure that I'm going to rate it higher because it sounds just right up my alley because it's a dry hopped 2-year-old Lambic. I mean, fuck man, that sounds perfect for this summer heat. So this is a 23 vintage. So it's been 1 year in the bottle because it's from February last year. And it consists of Lambic, a blend of 2-year-old Lambics that's been aged, of course, and fermented, everything in oak barrels. And then it's been dry hopped with Hallertau Mittelfrüh hops, also known as Hallertau, or Mittelfrüh alone, just Mittelfrüh. So that's what they've done to this beer. It says it can evolve for 20 years in the bottle, but we corrected for the young to get a vibrant hop character. Sometimes hops in these beers shine and last longer. So Hallertau hops, Mittelfrüh, and then to carbonate this, they add a touch of wort to the bottles. I read somewhere, so that they could re-ferment in the bottle and give you carbonation because it has a very high CO2 level. It seems when I popped it, it was a big poof. So I'm really looking forward to revisiting this one. I haven't had this in years. I really I don't think I've had this since like 2000, maybe 13, 14 or something like that. But pours a gorgeous, fairly clear, golden, slightly orange hued color. It's got a nice white head that was really frothy when pouring out. And just a bit of haze because it's been standing upright in my cellar. So most of the yeast has settled in the bottom of the bottle. So I just poured fairly gently just to not disturb it too much. But yeah, let's check out the aroma on this one. Oh, I just want to crush this right away. Oh my Lord, it's one of these situations. I've had this a couple of times when the weather is this hot and a beer smells like this. It's like, it's so hard to just sit and analyze. I just want to crush it. ABV 5.5%. But yeah, this smells like funky, fruity, Hallertau Mittelfrüh hopped Lambic. Like lots of nice, musty, oaky tones. There's some stone fruit like apricot, lemon and lemon pith. And the Hallertau Mittelfrüh hop amplifies the lemon, I think. It adds a floral dimension. And it also adds some spice, like a little bit of a black pepper or something like that. It smells wonderful. It smells like the perfect barbecue beer right now for that chicken. Even pairing it with the chicken or just drinking it on its own. A really nice funkiness to it as well. It's like a slightly woody funkiness, actually. I'm getting some woodsy notes, but that could also be the Hallertau Mittelfrüh. It just smells like a crusher. Let's try it. Cheers, and thanks to Beerdome for the beer. Oh, man. That is so delicious. It is dry, really effervescent, sour, but not too sour. Funky, hoppy. Like you can really taste the difference between dry hop wild ale often and dry hop Lambic. It's not too many dry hop Lambics are around, but you get all those nice hoppy nuances, but the funkiness and woodiness and mustiness and all the cool flavors you get from something like Cantillon's Lambic is quite unique. You don't really find the layers of complexity the same way in all wild ales. It's like both Brettanomyces like crazy funk paired with like brightness of the bacteria in there as well. It's a really complex beer, and it's so almost like champagne-y. This is like as effervescent as Goose. It's almost similar to a dry, if you could do it like a dry hop Goose actually, because it does have a lot of aged characteristics. And I think this is only a year-old bottle. It's just drinking so nicely. I think it would be fun to age a bit as well, just to see how it develops. I think a lot of the bright hop character that's still here now will fade a little bit in favor of the Lambic. But the marriage with 1 year in the bottle seems pretty darn close to perfect. And I've just had one sip. Well, let's get in for another one. This is so freaking good. Like, I think this is like a seasonal. They release it once a year. Similar to the likes of, Fafoon and all the fruit stuff and Iris and things like that. And I think, is Iris also dry hopped? I'm not sure. But like, this is a Lambic I would love to just have a lot of in stock, just to pop on a hot summer's day. Not to think about, just sit and crush and enjoy the sun. This is freaking phenomenal. I'm thinking this is world class, really. Like, this is so freaking dope hoppy, wild, funky beer. I had a feeling I would love this. I fucking love this beer hard. Like, I don't understand why I only gave this a 90 back in the day. It's not funky enough. I don't know what I was thinking about. I think maybe also I've had a bottle of this years ago that wasn't carved, that was ropey. So good. Very bright aromatic hop character on it. It's zesty, lemony, really floral. It's got that herbal, noble hop bite. A little bit like Joe says, the Euro funk. Joe from Joust Arcade. It's like this drying, peppery, almost like a little bit woodsy hop character. There's even bitterness to this, which is really cool because it's not too often you find too much of that stuff in Lambic. And then it's like bitterness of hops and also tannins from the barrels that helps give some dry bitter feel to it. But really lovely hop character. But then all those hop nuances are boosted by the Lambic as well. All the citrus, there's so much lemon flavor to it, and lemon pith and peel. And then underneath all that, there's like this really nice apricot-y, like sour apricot type flavor, which is really nice. And then you pair that with a nice, delicate, fairly prominent funkiness, like musty, wild Brettanomyces character, old celery or woodsy funkiness to this one. And it just plays off everything so nicely. It's like such a low strength beer, but it's really complex. Like, this is cool. They recommend drinking this at around 12 to 15 degrees Celsius. I think this is around 12. It's perfect. Like, you get complexities and refreshment out of it. You could even let it sit and warm up a bit, I think, to develop more. Like, this really goes hand in hand with my recent affinity for, classical beers, especially Pilsners and Lagers. It's like you take that a little bit and marry it with Lambic, and it's c'est magnifique. Probably, I'd imagine, again, I haven't looked up this beer online or anything, but I have a feeling that this is going to be an underappreciated, an underrated kind of Lambic. But to me, this is freaking banging. Simple yet complex and so damn drinkable. Also so much oakiness to it, which is lovely. Those drying oaky tannins. And it's creamy, although it's dry. Like, it's got a great mouthfeel. Not creamy, silky. There's almost like Orval type like nuances to this. It's really good. Or if you've ever had the collabs Cantillon has done with Brasserie de la Seine, the what's it called? Saisons. I have one in my cellar. It's one of their saisons with Brettanomyces and everything, and then Cantillon Lambic. it's almost like got some of those vibes because you got all that noble hop characteristics. And again, I think a marriage between like Pils and Lambic, it's fucking dope. It's a 95. It's a world-class Lambic, I think. And I think it's also because I have a personal bias with the affinity towards these kind of beers these days. Loads of complexity, low ABV, and lager type flavors from the use of that Mittelfrüh hop. Yeah, just wonderful in this heat as well. So also a food beer, really a food beer. This is a barbecue chicken, just spatchcocked, grilled, a bit of smoke wood, a dry rub. Perfect pairing, I think. Also fish with this, like grilled fish, be great. If you guys have some Cuvée Saint-Gilloise in your cellar, cool some down and crack some this summer, and don't think too much about beers always having to be crazy complex. Think about soft complexity, think about drinkability and sessionability and simplicity, because there's beauty in those things as well. This is phenomenal, love it. If you guys had it, let me know. Specifically the 23 vintage, I am sure that I need to stock up on this beer from now on. So wonderful stuff. If you had it, let me know. As always, comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And thanks a ton to Beerdome for the beer. And I'm going to say cheers and see you guys in another beer review.